YouTube, welcome back to the channel, man. It's your favorite reactor, man, and I'm back with another video, man. And I'm back with another reaction video. I don't know what day I'm on. I think I'm on like day, cause I did miss a couple days, and uh, but I've been consistent for the most part, though, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We got another spider video. You feel me? So today we're gonna see how much weight. What's the title of the video again? How much weight can a spider web hold? Now, I don't know much about spider webs, bro, but I know them Jones is super annoying, dog. And they be like stringy, though. You feel me? Like, you ever like have a spider? You ever walk into a spider web, bro, and it's just like, bro, it's just almost like you can't get the junk off you, bro. Um, yeah, I don't know, bro. Spider webs, I think, are made out of some type of some like silk or something like that, some type of like silky stuff that makes it like super stretchy. So when you walk into it, it's like you walk into it, but then it's like it's gonna stretch out. You feel me? I think like that's where it gets the strength from. They say it's like stronger than steel. They say the silk that spiders produce to end to make those webs are stronger than steel. So we're gonna get into this video. We're gonna see how much weight it can actually hold, and go through a series of tests and see how much weight it can actually hold.
Obviously they hold flies, but what about a pen, a water bottle, a dumbbell?
Well, I went out and bought the spider that makes the strongest webs in the world to be able to go and test it.
And without wasting any time, I let the spider loose into this massive enclosure with tons of anchor.
I wonder how long it takes a spider to make a web. Like once it get into like a certain type of environment. Let me see how long it takes for a spider to make a web. ChatGPT. Well, go get ChatGPT, man. Most spiders can build a web very quickly. Typical time is 30 minutes to an hour for a full functional web. Some experienced spiders can do it in 15 to 20 minutes. Large or complex webs can take 1 to 2 hours. So they said they said this is one of the one of the best spiders to make the best web. So it says when they build, they usually build at night or early morning. Many spiders we build daily if the web is damaged or full of debris.
All over the wall.
So about 30 minutes for an experienced spider. So let's see how long it takes this spider.
And their silk is so strong that it's said that the military literally studied it to learn how to make bulletproof vests. Yeah, these guys are the real deal. So while we wait for this massive web to be constructed, I also want to test questions like what is the coolest spider species, can spiders walk on water, and tons of other fun spider questions, starting with what is a trapdoor spider?
Basically, the answer is they're one of the most insane animals you'll ever see.
And I instantly dropped it into a little enclosure I built for it. You see, they're called trapdoor spiders because they build trapdoors. Basically, over the course of a few hours, they dig out a hole in the ground. Then they coat the inside of that hole with a special kind of silk they produce that allows it to essentially turn into a functional trapdoor that they can surprise prey with. And while I wasn't able to catch mine building the trapdoor, the next morning I came back to find this area looking pretty different. And based off of this suspicious moss and silk tripwires, I'm pretty sure the spider set up his trapdoor right here.
So I suspect if I put a cricket
Bro, how crazy is that?
It was the night before Sprinkles, when Santa Claus came. Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry was the name of his game.
We'll jump out of the trapdoor to eat it.
Immediately, the cricket got to walking around, and this enclosure isn't super big, so it wasn't long until the cricket was right next to the trapdoor. Now, you see these silk lines. Like I said earlier, they are tripwires that are directly connected down to where the spider is located. So if something were to touch one of these tripwires, the spider would instantaneously know exactly where to strike. And well, guys, it is insane to see this, because like 20 seconds later, the cricket walked over the trapdoor onto the tripwire, and the cricket is now just gone. Check out that instant replay. Oh my gosh. The fact that the spider is just born with the ability to know to do this is so insane. And if you thought that was cool, while we wait for our golden silk orb weaver to make the strongest web in the world, I still have way more fun spider questions, with the next one being, can spiders walk on water?
Yeah, you might be thinking, heck no, Dare Green, are you stupid? If a spider walked on water,
I think a spider can walk on water.
drown. But I think I actually found a spider species that actually can walk on water. And I've heard that they can also do tons of other crazy stuff.
So I built it up the perfect environment with both a water and a land area to get this experiment started. Now I very carefully let the spider loose because obviously, as you can tell, it's extremely large and creepy. And while I have a whole channel about keeping the weirdest pets, I'm still kind of scared of spiders. But eventually the spider ended up crawling out of the container.
Alright, now that he's out of that container and on the land section, hopefully he now goes and walks on the water. Let me see if maybe I can move him over there. Oh, he's doing it.
Yep, and just like that, the spider started to defy the laws of physics, kinda. I know it looks like the spider is just sort of floating on top of the water, but it actually has completely perfect control to be able to walk around on top, just like it was solid ground. Yeah, it's actually insane, but these spiders are able to do this because of their...
Bro, I don't like spiders. I don't like bugs. I don't like flies. I don't like roaches, bro. I do not like them Jones, bro. I don't like stuff like that be moving like that. You feel me? Like, and they don't have the best history of, you know what I mean? Spiders is not something that you just be like, like, cool, pick up a spider. No, they're poisonous. But I don't know. I don't like shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't like shit like that.
which are covered with these super tiny water repellent hairs that make them buoyant on top of the water.
But these guys didn't just evolve to walk on the water for nothing. They did it so they could hunt where no other spider could.
While most normal spiders just sit on a web all day waiting for the prey to come to them, these guys are active hunters and instead are able to pick up these slightest vibrations in the water to know exactly where the stuff is to attack it.
So I want to see if this fishing spider will try and dive under the water for some crickets. This should be very interesting. I've heard crickets are these guys' super favorite food, if that makes sense. Yeah, they really like them though.
Yeah, now I was going to try and take my time with this, but you see I accidentally dropped the cricket in, and right away the fishing spider went insane and pounced on it without wasting a single second, and the cricket was now just straight up in the fangs of this insane predator. But I didn't really get a good view of it attacking the cricket, so what I actually did was took the cricket from the spider so I could see if I could get the shot one more time. And this time the spider once again pounced onto the cricket as soon as it saw it. And obviously it's pretty creepy and you can see those legs moving. It's very scary actually. But you can see from
that's just, yeah, I don't know.
And it was now getting eaten as the spider walked up onto the land to finish eating it there.
All right. I'm super excited about the next question because it is, what is the most camouflage spider species? And well, guys, I think I found it. I got it. It's right here.
But before I could take it out of this container, I quickly built up its enclosure. And yep, literally all we need is just some sand, and that is it. These are one of the most resilient and simple spiders in the entire world. And let's open this. Now you may notice that I was being extremely ultra careful with opening this. And that's because this species is one of the most venomous creatures on the planet. Like, period. And if it bit me, there'd be a high likelihood I wouldn't make it. But thankfully, that didn't happen because the spider started to climb out of the paper towel and then onto the sand. Now, these are called six-eyed sand spiders. And you may be wondering, bruh, Theragreen, how the heck is this thing camouflaged at all? Well, you see, these guys are able to camouflage by doing this. Once they find a good spot where the sand is nice and loose, they start to kick sand on top of themselves and bury themselves under it to hide here for basically 99% of its life. Now, it may not technically be camouflage, but this ability does an amazing job at hiding it. And I mean, even its legs just look like tiny little sticks poking out the sand. This does not look like a spider. And like other predators that use their camouflage abilities to hunt, these spiders are no different. And as soon as they detect motion...
Hey, which spider would you rather be, bro? Camouflage. What was the other spider? The walk on water or the trapdoor? I like the trapdoor. I think that trapdoor thing is like super unique though, bro. For you to go in there and build like a trap like that is crazy. I'm going like trapdoor. You know what I'm saying? The bendo. You know what I mean? In the trap, literally. You feel me? Shut the door. Walk in your trap. Take over your trap. And you know what I mean? That's how I'm going. The camouflage seemed kind of I thought he was really going to change colors, bro. All you did was throw dirt on you, bro. I thought he was going to, like, conform with the color and stuff like that. That would have been fire, bro. But, yeah, I'm definitely probably going trapdoor. You know what I mean? Trapdoor for sure, bro. Trapdoor for sure.
Jump out of the floor.
I didn't know that spiders... I mean, I guess that makes sense. I didn't know that they build webs and wait for prey. You know what I mean? I didn't... Not to say that I just thought they were out there just hunting down stuff, but I don't know, but I don't know what I thought. I never thought about spiders. Shoot, that's why I'm doing this video, I
Let's
guess.
feed this thing a cricket. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, you would have no idea that that is literally one of the most venomous things in the world.
Anyways, I went and dropped the cricket inside, and immediately he got to running around the enclosure. Little did he know, right under his feet was his doom. Well, kinda, because I thought right away the spider was gonna pop out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The cricket
saying, though.
Actually, was just straight up walking on top of the spider, and the spider just didn't care. But I think it's because this cricket was a little bit big for the spider. So a little bit later, I came back with a smaller cricket, as you can see. And well, as you can also see, this time the spider did not waste a single second to pounce onto this cricket. Nah, look at this instant replay. Imagine if that was.
That
my
is a
finger.
big spider,
And,
bro.
well, I guess this spider is gonna enjoy his very tasty meal now. Nice. Alright, now it's time for question number 4, which is what spider is the most like Spider-Man?
Yeah, it might sound funny, but the answer is definitely the thing in this container. Because you know how Spider-Man can shoot long-ranged webs out of his wrist?
Oh
This
my
spider
God.
species can also shoot long-ranged webs, and it's pretty crazy.
These are called long-legged spitting spiders. As you can see, they look pretty weird because they have a massive head. You see, most spiders have their silk glands, which are the things that make silk, in their abdomen. And that's why that area is so big. But these guys got their silk glands.
Is
in
that
their
what
head
Spider-Man
because
was-
They need to be able to shoot webs out of their mouth. But in order for them to be able to do that, they gotta go and set up a little area in their tank. So I put my spider in the tank, and he started to walk around, climbed up some sticks and stuff. And when I came back a little bit later, there was a little web made at the top of the enclosure. This means he was now settled in, and he is ready to attack some prey.
Alright, now that the spider went and made a web somewhere at the top of the enclosure, I'm gonna put in some crickets like always. And I know it's kind of a lot, but hopefully one of these guys gets shot by some webs. Let's go.
So I put them in.
Jiffy Lube's fast 15-minute oil change service is even faster than Joey Logano trying to find his car keys.
I just had them.
Them in. And while most of the crickets were kind of just walking around the grassy floor area, this one cricket started to climb up this stick that led directly to where the spitting spider was. The cricket then crawled right next to the spider, waking him up, which probably angered the spider, causing the spider to shoot his web directly onto the cricket, completely gluing him to the wall, making sure the cricket would never be able to move again. You see, not only does this web shot completely immobilize the prey, just like Spider-Man can do, but also because the web shots come from the head, it's infused with the spider's venom. Meaning
This wasn't influenced. This wasn't influenced by Spider-Man. They said no spider was technically influenced by Spider-Man. The Marvel movie. The Marvel character. But this is dope, though.
It is seeping venom into it, which makes it even easier for the spider to consume it. And as you can see, that's exactly what the spider did. Very nice. Now the next question is, what is the cutest spider in the world?
And yes, there is a good reason I'm testing this.
Cutest
You'll see
spider
what
in the
I mean.
world.
Anyways, I got the cutest spider right in here.
They're called jumping spiders, and I mean, just look at
I've heard of
them.
jumping
Every
spiders,
other
though.
Spider is evil and just straight up nasty looking. These guys are super fluffy, and they got all these little cute eyes, arms, and everything about them is just lovely. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
In fact, these spiders are so cute, they literally made an entire animated show about them called Lucas the Spider. And dang, this is pretty entertaining, but also it's not very accurate because if this is real, the spider would definitely be eating the fly.
Because even though these guys are so cute, they're called jumping spiders because of their insane ability to jump towards prey and eat them whole. Yeah, they probably aren't so cute to the prey. So you already know, I got a little home built for this guy. I went and put him inside, and I got out a cricket to feed him.
Yeah, but this cricket is pretty big for the jumping spider, so if it's able to eat this thing, that will just show how insane they are despite being super duper cute.
Now what I did was immediately showed the jumping spider the cricket to let him know it was feeding time. And while I was showing it to him, you can see he was actually being pretty nice and wasn't just straight up attacking it. Actually, was kind of backing off. So I decided to let the cricket loose, and a little later, I noticed the cricket was standing literally right next to the spider. And yeah, the jumping spider just wasn't eating it for some reason. Dang, maybe that little animation I was watching was accurate. Maybe jumping spiders are actually very friendly. Or maybe mine was just not hungry right now. Actually, that probably is what it is.
And I think I'm just gonna leave that cricket in there, so when the jumping spider gets hungry, it will do that, basically. Yeah, as you can tell in this footage, it's pretty cool to watch them eat. But anyways, the real reason why I wanted to get the cutest spider in the world is because many of you know that my mom is absolutely petrified of spiders.
Oh my god!
Yeah, one time I showed her a tarantula and she was just not happy.
Yeah, I'm not jacking spiders either, bro. Like, I don't know why you like spiders so much. I don't even know what dude's name is. I don't know why you like spiders so much, but
You do
keep it to
spiders.
yourself,
So
brother.
basically, I just wanted to show you that I got the most venomous spider in the world.
What?
Yeah, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's the cutest spider in the world because I want to cure your fear of spiders.
Oh my gosh.
And as you can see, he's super friendly because he just can crawl on my arm.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see its face and I can see like red furry. No.
You want to get to that? Cure your fear of spiders?
Oh, absolutely.
Go, and since putting the spider inside of here, all he's pretty much done is spun some web in the back left corner and the back right corner inside of this massive enclosure. And for me, that was about a week ago, and since putting the spider inside of here, all he's pretty much done is spun some web in the back left corner and the back right corner, and yeah, he hasn't made a massive web in the middle.
You see, spiders that make massive webs like this can take weeks in captivity.
Yeah, they say 1 or 2 days. I don't know, but the ChatGPT said 1 or 2 days though. They said some of the. Did they say 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 weeks? Hold on, ChatGPT, because where did I get that from? I don't know. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. ChatGPT didn't say that though. But yeah, I mean, to make one from the other side to the other side, that could take some time though, man.
To feel comfortable enough to do it. Just because the environment is totally different from the wild. Now, I usually would just keep waiting, but I had a flight to catch in 2 days to record another banger video for you guys. So instead, to be able to answer this question, the next morning I had to drive out to a trail bright and early in the morning to be able to find some spider webs in the wild myself.
T-Mobile's Guide to Moving Day. Step
Damn, they
1,
take
get
that
T-Mobile
long to build a
5G
web,
internet
bro?
with 2-day free shipping. Step 2, get online in 15 minutes.
Guys, I brought the backpack so we can test a bunch of items in the spider webs to see what is the heaviest item they can hold.
Now, after I found this first pretty tiny spider web, I got out the backpack to take out the lightest item to test the weight of crickets. Which obviously, you can see this web is able to hold it just fine. Webs like this are literally designed to be able to hold insects. You see, even just this is impressive because if these spiders were scaled up to how big humans were, it'd basically be the equivalent to a human being able to make a web that could hold 125 pounds.
Okay, let's get some facts involved, right? Because this is not my forte. You feel me? So this is all educational purposes for me and for you. Or if you know more about spiders, then leave something in the comments. You feel me? They say typically spiders build webs in order to catch food. It says webs are like traps for insects. Flying or jumping insects get stuck in the sticky silk. Like I said, the silk that they make, they say is very sticky and it stretches, right? So that where it gets the point from the weight that it could possibly carry, which we're about to send to find out and see how much weight they actually can hold, and the engineering of the web that they do, how they go under and over, you know what I mean? The more support you have on it, of course, and you have like a silky web, right? So you got a silky web and it's stretching, and I have it layered. Of course, it should be able to hold, I'm going to guess probably like 10 pounds, maybe. 10 pounds is kind of crazy. I'd say probably about 5 pounds. It says vibration tells the spiders where and how big the prey is. So the vibration of the spider web, right? So if I fall on a spider web, right? Bam, drop this on the spider web. The vibration is going to tell the spider how big the prey is and how and where exactly the prey is. So like a trap. Yeah. It says they also build to save energy. Building a web uses energy, but less hunting consistently, right? That's why many web building spiders rebuild or repair webs daily. Cause you got an instance like this, bro. It's like saying if I set a bear trap up, you know what I mean, or a raccoon trap, I don't have to go out there every day and try to set up shop and try to shoot them. I just let the trap do it. It's just less energy I have to use to go hunting. They also build webs to sense their environment, right? So spiders feel vibration through the webs like a radar system, right? They can tell prey versus debris. Damn, that is crazy. Direction and size of movement. When something dangerous hits the webs, they can tell. That is crazy. Protection and shelter, of course. Hide spiders from predators, create retreats or homes nearby, acts as early warning systems. So essentially a spider web is a trap. Nothing less and nothing more. If you didn't know that, now you know. They use it to get their prey. They use it to conserve energy. They use it to hide from predators. And we're going to see how much weight it can actually hold.
On some complex math, which I'm not going to go into.
Alright, but we knew that was going to be able to hold a cricket. Our next item we got to test out is a $20 bell, which actually weighs double the amount as what a cricket weighs. And also, it's a lot bigger, so let's see if a bigger web can hold this.
Like I said, this web is a bit bigger, and it should be able to hold this even though the weight is double the amount. And after kind of finding the right place to balance it, boom, just like that, the $20 looks like it's just floating there. But it's actually being held by the web. And when ranked on our human scalability, that money is the equivalent to a human making a web that can hold 250 pounds. Getting heavier. But the next item is this empty pen casing, which is 5 times more heavy than that money. Now if you're wondering how the web handled against this, well, you'd probably be surprised that it actually held without too much of a problem at all. Meaning this is basically the equivalent to a human web holding over 1,000 pounds. Now we're getting heavy.
And now the last item I've got is a water bottle, which is obviously a lot heavier and also a lot bigger than all the other stuff I've tested. And I know it's not a dumbbell like I said at the start, but hey, I'm not trying to just destroy this web for no reason at all, because yeah, that would definitely destroy it. But yeah, let's test if this can hold the water bottle.
Now with the pen and money already weighing this web down, it wasn't looking too promising, but I still tried my best to perfectly align the water bottle in the web so it would hold, and when I let go of the water bottle, it fell apart. But remember, it was basically able to hold the human equivalent to 1,000 pounds, basically on my super accurate human scalability. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, and the point of this video was to show you guys that while spiders can be super creepy and also super deadly, they're actually some of the most interesting and amazing animals that we gotta show our respect to. And hopefully in this video, I kind of showed you that, because yeah, there was just some crazy spiders in this video.
Guys, if you want to watch.
Yeah, so another thing that I wanted to know, it depends on the typical type of the spider and the condition of the web. What is the general on the spider that we web? Spiders that would do the same web several hours to a few days. So another question that sparked my interest when I was watching this, and I wanted to know like how long do spiders actually stay with that actual web? And it says most web building spiders stay with the same web for several hours to a few days. Often rebuild or repair it daily. May reuse the same location for weeks or months. Daily routine. Build or repair the web, usually at night. Wait in the center of the nearby retreat. It says eat trapped insects. Take web down or let it decay. Rebuild if needed. Why they don't keep one web forever, right? Webs get dusty by the wind. Wells get damaged by the wind, rain, dust. Sticky silk loses effectiveness. Old webs are more visible to prey and predators. One more question. Let me see. Maybe I should next time do my research before doing the video. Birds, reptiles, other type of insects, small mammals, they hunt on spiders though. So birds for sure. But I hope you guys learned something today in this video, man. Spiders are unique, like he said. And I didn't know this much about spiders though. So I learned something today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man.